Hello and welcome. I'm Margaret Ann Lembo. Tonight, create your own luck, the law of attraction. One of my favorite subjects, I must say. So, just to get started, let's get clear that luck is a state of mind and it's part of your belief system. So, if you believe you're incredibly lucky, if you believe that you have good fortune and good health and great wealth, then in fact, you will. So, it's a matter of your ability to visualize and know. So when you recognize your good fortune, then you're able to have gratitude. And gratitude is also part of creating good luck and great fortune. And great fortune doesn't have to necessarily be financial abundance, though it can include that. But in fact, it's more about the abundance in all aspects of your life with good friends, plenty of food to eat, plenty of happiness and joy, beautiful surroundings. So when you focus on your vast abundance, you will attract more because what we focus on creates our reality. You've heard me say that many times, and I'm sure you know that already. A big part of you already knows that. But I'm here to remind you about that tonight. That's my job for you tonight. I am reminding you that whatever you focus on creates your reality. So believe that all you do flows with ease and providence, that everything comes to you easily. And if it's for some reason it doesn't, then it's very easy for you to shift and change to accommodate what is really for the highest good for you and all concerned. So physical rewards in the form of financial success, money in the bank, can be achieved with focus, action, and intelligence. Focus, action, and intelligence. So you're using your intellectual nature, you focus on what you want to create, and then you take action to make it so. That's what it is. So notice I have here my good luck spray here on the screen. So you can use even aromatherapy, and this also has gemstone tinctures and Bach flower remedies and holy water as well as essential oils, and that you can spray this around you and your space and to bring in blessings and good fortune. So it's using vibrational medicine, but also the olfactory system, the olfactory nerve. And as many of you know, I like to use essential oils and gemstones. So let's go ahead and go on to the next screen. Why isn't this happening? There we go. So here are some questions to ask yourself and answer because you need to have clarity, first of all. So, what is it that you want? To create good fortune and great luck and what you want in life, you have to know what you want. So, what do you want? Once you know that, you can also think about, I mean, you don't have to know that first, but how do you want to feel? Because feeling has to also be part of the law of attraction and creating your luck. Is there something that needs to change? What do you want to change? What isn't working right now? And that's why I have some orange calcite here on the right-hand side of the screen, because orange calcite is really great for helping us when we need to change. And the other question is, can you imagine it? What you want. So you got to know what you want, and then you have to think, can I imagine that? Can I imagine that to be true? Experiencing that? Can I feel like that's happening? Or that it can happen. I used to do private sessions, and people sometimes would ask me questions. And some of you know that I do the Gemstone Oracle, and I don't really do fortune telling, but somebody can say to me, do you think blah, blah, blah? Do you think I'll ever get married? I'm like, I don't know. Do you want to? Yeah. Can you imagine it? Yeah. Okay, then you will. It's as simple as that. It's a matter of if it's something that you want, and you work toward it and you're ready to do whatever it takes to shift your change, whether it's getting married, having a business, having a child, writing a book, whatever it is. It can be so many things. Rearranging the furniture in your house. It's using your imagination, and visualization is the key. Now, I did put a Bach flower essence here for your consideration. Is like, if you're having a hard time with change and how things are changing, walnut is a Bach flower essence that you can use and drop in your water every day for a while until you feel like you don't need it anymore because you've adapted to the change. and it can help you on a vibrational level. So Bach flower essences were created by Edward Bach in the 1930s. He was a homeopathic physician, and he discovered, invented, realized that the vibrational essence of plants can assist you in shifting you on a mental and emotional level. So walnut is one of the 38 essences that he created for you to use if you wish. So here we go. This is a reminder that you have innate knowledge, you have innate wisdom, and that comes from previous experiences. So, an affirmation out of one of my many books is I am wise today because of the knowledge gained from previous experiences. So, I think we need to give ourselves 5 stars and recognize all the wisdom that we have within us from past experiences, even past lives. I almost said past lives, I'll say it. Even from past lives, I believe that we do bring forward into this life wisdom from the past, things from we've experienced in the past. So, one of the biggest things to do is to use your imagination and have your focus on visualizing what you want it to look like, whatever it is. That is one of the biggest things. You know, back in the 80s, I took a course, um, Success Motivation Inc., I think it was called, by Paul J. Meyer. In fact, I have a quote of his coming up shortly. And one of the biggest things about creating your life, creating your reality, creating your luck is your ability to visualize. In fact, Shakti Gawain is well known for writing her book Creative Visualization. And so it's about taking the time to, let's say, daydream, if you will, and use your imagination, the imagination like we had as children. And then through that, then we're sending out that vibration. That is what attracts it. That is the law of attraction, is sending it out there. So, you know, when I was very little, and my grandmother always used to say in Italian a certain expression, which essentially means what goes around comes around. But she put it in a different way. So you get ready for this. This isn't going to sound so classy, but I'm going to say it anyway. When you spit in the wind, it comes back in your face. So it also means that what you're putting out there, if you're putting out negative thoughts, negative feelings, negative emotions, judgments, resentment, anger, frustration, then guess what? That's going to come back around too. What goes around comes around, and it's one of the universal laws. So, likewise, we change that into what we do want and how we do want to feel, and how the love that we are, focusing on the love that we are, and then that vibration will come back multifold. Multifold. So again, I'm sure many of you already know this, but I am here this night to remind you to get on track with that for visioning and imagining what you wish to create in your world. Clear quartz is a very good gemstone to work with to make that amplified. So the gemstones that I always recommend are totally, because they help you stay focused on what you want and they help to amplify your intention. But it's your intention and your vision and your imagination that's really creating the reality. So here's one of my many favorite affirmations. I have a lot of favorite affirmations. So this one is I consciously create circumstances to fulfill my dreams and destiny. I consciously create circumstances to fulfill my dreams and destiny. I remember in the 80s, I guess I learned a lot in the 80s. I read a book called Consciously Creating Circumstances. You know, it sums it up right there in the title of the book. I believe in the power of my imagination and have strong visualization skills. I visualize my dreams as if they have been realized. That's the key. When you visualize, it's as if it already has become a reality. It's already here, it's already happened. I remember before I became an author, I knew I was supposed to become an author. I had things to say, things to write about. This was in the early 2000s, I would say. And I really did. I took time to just imagine writing the book, having it published, having a publisher that really likes my work, to have more than one publisher that wanted to publish my work. And one of my favorite things to visualize is signing books. And all those things came true. So of course, I had to take action. I wasn't just that I laid in bed and imagined it and that was it. I'd have to do all the things, getting sometimes up at 3 or 4 in the morning to write. But it was all worth it when we put our heart into something that we love. Do what you love, and the money will follow. Do what you love, and happiness will follow. And so the last part of this affirmation is I create miracles in my life. So we do create the miracles. So of course I had to put my miracle water spray to match this information right here. And this is just a nice light floral aroma that is mixed with so many sacred essences and vibhuti and holy waters from around the world. And the gemstone tinctures are from gemstones, or even not gemstones as much as rocks from very, very sacred sites from all my travels. So that's just to add another layer of bringing things into reality, is using the olfactory nerve and the vibration of those rocks and crystals and such. Here's that affirmation I was referring to. What you vividly imagine, ardently desire, sincerely believe, and enthusiastically act upon must inevitably come to pass. It's really that simple. What you vividly imagine, ardently desire, sincerely believe, and enthusiastically act upon must inevitably come to pass. Thank you, Paul J. Meyer. Thank you. Okay, so again, just to make it clear, 1, know what you want. 2, visualize and imagine. 3, take the action to create it. And you don't have to, but it's nice to dedicate specific gemstones and matching aromatherapy. Think and repeat positive thought forms, and I love to call on the angels and ask for their help and assistance. So know what you want, visualize and imagine. These are just simple steps that we take. Take the action to create it, dedicate specific gemstones. So you decide what gemstone you want to use. You can use ones that I recommend, or gemstones that you have in your possession, or gemstones that you're attracted to. Jewelry that you wear that is intended for certain reasons, that you make the intention. Use matching aromatherapy. Think repetitive thoughts that are positive thoughts, and call on the angels. So we're talking about calling on the angels again in a little bit. But first, here's a few gemstones that I recommend. So turquoise is great because it's a creative vibe. It's also good for communication and hearing and listening messages from the divine. The citrine is good for self-confidence and courage and mental clarity as well, and having that will to do what you need to do. The zebra jasper is about black and white. It's black and white, and to write it down. There's a title of a book that we've carried for years. I don't even know if it's on the shelves anymore. It's been around a long time, called Write It Down, Make It Happen. That's simple. And that title really sums it up. If you write it down, make it happen. It's like creating your things to-do lists. And whether it's your daily tasks or much grander things that you want to accomplish and achieve. So put it on the list, make it on the list, write it down, make it happen. And I like to keep some black tourmaline around all the time. It's good for deflecting negativity. It's good for creating grounding to stay focused on the task at hand. And then the aromatherapy that I could suggest is my Lift Me Up blend, which one of my earlier blends that I created in the early days. I don't even remember how long ago that might have been. It might have been before I started marketing my products even. And so Lift Me Up is a blend that is also known as Bliss Mist. In a spray, it's called Bliss Mist. And this is one that's great to help you with confidence and to lift you up out of the doldrums, or if you kind of have some uh, like self-doubt and you want something to help you shift your vibration out of that. So Lift Me Up, or you can use Bliss Mist, which is the same thing only in a spray. So another sneak peek at my beautiful new deck coming out in November. So this is my new deck, Essential Oils and Gemstone Guardians cards. Its birthday is 11/22/22. It is available for pre-order on Amazon. I must say that. Well, it looks like I put the basil card in there twice. Look at that, one layered on top of the other. Anyway, so affirmation with basil. So basil is really great for um, having mental clarity, having good memory. I used to use it to help my dad when he was feeling out of it when he was, had dementia. And it would definitely bring him right back to the present moment. It's being grounded, being here now. If you have a tendency towards epilepsy or epileptic seizures of any kind, always be careful. And that's true with any and all. Inside of the Essential Oils and Gemstone Guardians cards, as well as my book, The Essential Guide to Aromatherapy and Vibrational Healing, the contraindications are listed for each and every essential oil, so you can pay attention to if there's any reason you shouldn't use a certain essential oil. But typically, if you're using an essential oil in moderation and through inhalation, not necessarily application, so you're inhaling it, not putting it on you, then you have a good chance of using it for the benefits that you intended without effects to your health and well being, because these essential oils have real chemical components. So, as you can see, the affirmation on the basil card, far right side. My memory is clear and precise. I see life from a greater perspective. I clearly comprehend the details of everything that is set before me. I have a deeper understanding of life. I am safe and sound. So, when we have those belief systems, those affirmations are belief systems, it's much easier to create your own luck, to create your reality. I like to use charoite. It's aligned with Jehudiel, the archangel, and it's also aligned with basil, the essential oil. As you can see, this deck is set up so it's matching vibrational gemstones with essential oils. Pardon me. So charoite, some intentions you can match with charoite and basil. Invite creativity and clarity to untangle repetitive thoughts, because we do need to untangle thoughts that are repetitive and things get too confusing, so we want to get clear. Improve memory and mental clarity. Understand emotions and establish personal boundaries easily. Maintain focus on following a good plan of action. See, these are all keys to setting up for success and whatever that success is for. It doesn't have to be financial success or business success, though it very much could be. And then this last statement works for the financial part, is increase entrepreneurial abilities and financial success. So basil is very good for prosperity and abundance. So I've also added on the left side, you can see the lapis lazuli that helps with seeing visions, with having good intuition. And we all have good intuition, but it's also about trusting our own beliefs, trusting our own visions, trusting our own feelings about things, and not poo-pooing something because it's like, oh no, I'm just making that up. It's like, well, probably not. And frankincense is a great essential oil to help with aligning with your intuitive nature, your ability to see, clairvoyance, your ability to hear, clairaudience, your ability to know, claircognizance, your ability to sense or feel, clairsentience, and your ability to pick up on aromas or smells that give you clues, clairolfaction, and your ability to use your sense of taste to have realizations, which is clairgustation. So those are the six senses that are the six clairs, or those that are the six senses that are above and beyond the mundane. So the affirmation to match this beautiful thing here, all these things that I just shared, is I see visions. I trust my inner spiritual sight and act accordingly. So that is very powerful when one follows one's inner sight and act upon it. I know I do that a lot with the Crystal Garden. I do that a lot with all of my products, my books, my decks, my line of all my sprays. You know, if I get a realization and then I act on it, it works. Even merchandising at the store, I'll see it and then I'll make it happen. You can do that too, on whatever it is. So we can use the past to empower us. And so golden sheen obsidian, or any of the obsidians, black obsidian, rainbow obsidian, silver sheen obsidian, all the obsidians, which is volcanic glass, naturally occurring volcanic glass, are helpful for amplifying and trusting yourself to use the lessons you've learned of the past, in the past, to empower yourself. Um, we have to believe in ourselves when we have an experience in life that that's going to teach us for the future, and then we pull on that wisdom to help us, and that helps us create our own luck. So let's talk a little bit about the angelic helpers. So I've always loved to call on the angels, and I've always enjoyed, and for a very long time, to do it in a more, let's say, organized manner, to call. The first time I read about it, I've done it for a long time, but then I read about it in a book that's no longer published, at least I can't find it, called Messengers of Light by Terry Lynn Taylor. And I loved the way she put it out there, which is basically like this. You are, like, say, the chairman of the board or the CEO, and then you have certain uh, directors that are part of that, and then you have these angels that are the working angels, the angels that are going to go out there and do it. Well, I outlined that very clearly and a little and much more differently than Terry did in her book. In my book, The Essential Guide to Everyday Angels. So here's an example. So first of all, manifesting is an active form of prayer. So ask your angels to be part of your team as co-creators and helpers, which because it adds a level of conscious awareness to your intention to align with the divine. Make it clear that you have a specific job to do, whatever it is, and then you need a team. You want help co-creating in alignment with the divine. And when we do things in alignment with the divine, it is amazing how easy things just evolve and fall into place. So I grabbed these. I called on these angels. I didn't grab them. They're just too invisible to grab. I pulled on the Uriel, Michael, who I like to call Michael, and Ariel as some angels. These are archangels that you can call on. And then from them, you can ask them to oversee and coordinate. And here are some examples. The angel of abundance and prosperity, which of course you can read about each one of these angels in the Essential Guide to Everyday Angels. You can go into much greater detail. So you can call on the angel of abundance and prosperity if you need more financial success in your life. Or if you're having a challenge with how things are changing, or you know you need to make changes but don't know how, or you want guidance, you call on the angel of change. In all that we do, we always have to have good communication. So call on that angel of communication so that not only are you good at expressing yourself, but you're also very good at hearing and listening and getting things on various levels. Then Archangel Michael, he's great for helping us with discipline. So that's one thing, because it does take discipline to create our own luck and to work with that law of attraction. The angel of determination to stay focused and on task, and perhaps the angel of career. And of course, with Ariel, Ariel is like very much an active angel, an angel of making things happen. So the angel of fun and play, because I believe that we do what we love and everything else falls into place. So with the angel of fun and play, to have fun in life. The angel of blessings, to feel the blessings, know the blessings, and have gratitude for the blessings. And the angel of action, and that we take action and move forward and make things happen. And of course, dun, da, 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 I have a spray for that. Of course, I have sprays for that. So, of course, I have the 12 archangels, believe it or not. There's 12 of them now in my line. But here I have Uriel, Michael, and Ariel on screen with you here. So, hopefully, that just made sense for all of you. I, of course, encourage you to buy my book, not only because I wrote it, but because you will find it very helpful. I'm not the only one that says that. So here we have another way of approaching it too with the gemstones. So when you focus with good thoughts with these green stones, which are historically known for good fortune and good luck and creating luck. So here's a cute little elephant, a green aventurine elephant with his tusk up. And that's like a symbol that's been known throughout the ages of good luck and good fortune. I was taught that you should always make your elephants with the tusk up facing the door, supposedly. But I think whatever you believe is perfect. So the green aventurine, these are cards from my Crystal Intentions Oracle, which also comes with a guidebook inside. It's easy for me to maintain overall well-being and conscious habits of health. So we have to be healthy to be able to move forward in life with joy and gratitude and to have plenty of luck. The jade, I love this. I am incredibly lucky. Not just lucky, I'm incredibly lucky. I always have plenty of money with plenty to spare. And I like to say I always have plenty of money with plenty to share. I love to share. And then green tourmaline, abundance and prosperity are an infinite supply. I am grateful for the blessings in my life. So there's the gratitude piece. So when we think good thoughts with these stones in hand, or even without those stones in hand, you can create your own luck and all that you want in your life with great ease. Well, that's it for tonight. I want to thank you for watching. Next week, we're going to do the Gemstone Oracle, which is so much fun. You get your questions ready, and Kate and I together will join you with you, and I'll pull cards from the 6 decks. I don't have the 7th one yet, but the 6 decks that I have. So start thinking about what it is that you want guidance on. If you have time and you wish for uplifting situations, go to youtube.com/Margaret Ann Lembo. If you would subscribe, I would be grateful. If you haven't already started following me, Margaret Ann Lembo, as the author on Facebook, so it's literally Margaret Ann Lembo-author on Facebook, and on Instagram, if you like plants and flowers and other things too, of course, but I have a tendency to do more of my garden posts on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, which there's the at Margaret Ann Lembo. All right. Well, I want to thank you for watching. For those of you that are interested, we have a beautiful table tonight that Kate put together for our shop, the Crystal Garden from Home Facebook Live event. So join us, and we'll see you in about 4 minutes or so, maybe 3 minutes. Thank you so much, everybody. Much love and many blessings. Have a wonderful evening.